Welcome back, everybody, to Thrift Store Horde. Jason here, and of course, my buddies Kevin and Adam are on the line. Hey, guys.
What's going on?
Hey.
Well, we've been having a great time thrifting over the last month or so since we last recorded. Actually, it's probably been less than a month, I think, than from our last episode. But anyway, it's more and more official every time we record, right? And I can show this off. Oh, look at that. And there's a couple here for a couple guys I know. So that's courtesy the Retro Network as a Christmas present. We got some t-shirts made up, and we've got an official website. Not much there to click around on, but it is kind of a little, I don't know, origin site, you might say, thriftstorehorde.com. If you want to go over and visit and get to know us a little bit better. I found our picture when we met up at RetroCon, guys. The three of us, of course, we are masked. So you can't see our faces, but that was still fun to get that picture up and tell a little bit about how the Thrift Store Horde came about. But we're also doing something fun. We are recruiting. Would you like to join the Thrift Store Horde? And it's real easy and it's free, which is more important, right? At least for now. No, don't need to do really anything official. We do have these t-shirts over on TeePublic, and there's a web link over on the website that you can get to there and purchase one to help us out a little bit. But we're just looking for people that are thrifters, have as much fun going out to Goodwill and antique malls and garage sales and estate sales, hunting, and send us some pictures of some rare stuff that you've found lately. And we're gonna essentially do a little segment here at the beginning and react to some pictures that our other hoarders have found in the last month or so. And one I know you guys know, and he is over in our VIP lounge on the Retro Network. That is Chris Bailey. He is a thrifter, I think, on another level, maybe even beyond us. As much as he goes out, he goes to garage sales, estate sales, thrift stores, and he sent us some fun pictures this week that I wanted us to get our reaction on. Anything that jumped out to you guys on these pictures that you wanted to address?
Well, I'll just say, so he showed us some buttons, just some pins, to put on your jacket or whatever. But the one that stood out to me the most was a Mr. Bill show pin. And if people don't know Mr. Bill, it was on Saturday Night Live. It wasn't even claymation. It was just like a clay figure, and he would get beat up by Sluggo, and he'd go, "Oh no!" But I had the VHS as a kid and I loved it. And then Pizza Hut in the 90s did Pizza Head, which was based on Mr. Bill. So it just cracks me up. Now this pin looks nothing like Mr. Bill at all. And so that was the other part that it's just like a doodle that somebody put a face. So that's what cracked me up the most. Plus, fun fact, I learned Ellen DeGeneres's brother is the guy who created Mr. Bill and was Mr. Hands and all that.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
There's a fun fact for you.
I know that. Speaking of Pizza Hut and lookalikes and everything, though, and how much something looks like it, in that same pin picture is I am an official Pizza Hut birthday club member, which is very cute. Right. But the drawing looks more like Little Caesars guy than anything Pizza Hut.
That's what I thought too. Yeah.
I had to zoom in. I'm like, I'm getting old. My eyes must be bad. There's no way that's a Pizza Hut thing. It's got to be a Little. And I zoomed in. No, it's Pizza Hut. Yeah, maybe he switched brands, kind of like jumping WWF, WCW. He switched brands, and he had to have a new name when he showed up in the new place there.
Yeah, those pins were glorious. The one that stood out to me was the Alf one, because I have that same pin, and it is one that I had as a kid. Really, the only pin that survived all these years. Except save for maybe a couple others, but that one just jumped out to me, no problem. And then that G.I. Joe image just, oh gosh, it pops. That's what what was it, tablecloth, right?
Tablecloth. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I had that. I think because my
Yeah.
brother and I, our birthdays are only 3 days apart. So we would frequently have a joint birthday party for family. And thankfully, we were both into G.I. Joe at the same time, stuff like that. I'm almost positive we had that and the plates and the napkins and everything for it.
Yeah.
I want maybe Thanksgiving time. I want to go through the photo album, see if I can find that.
Well,
And
Jason, we were
random, like,
talking, online about you maybe someday doing a themed birthday party.
right,
Your
right.
birthday just passed by as of this recording, but I was thinking the way Sergeant Slaughter is making the rounds these days, you might be able to get him to come to your birthday if you do an all G.I. Joe party supply thing with him on the tablecloth,
I'll hold out for Zoom. Maybe I can get him on Zoom.
Maybe a
do a
cameo.
Yeah, there's also some other like random like video game manual
Well,
that I had never heard of, that wrestling game.
no, and I had never heard of it either, which says a lot. But through my friend the educator that I used to do the house show podcast with, those instruction booklets are worth money if you just find those loose, because a lot of collectors, they'll find the game but not the booklet, so then they'll spend $5 to $20 to more dollars on just that booklet to have it more complete. So like I've seen him with a stack of them and seen the money come out, because then it makes his collection with the games and all more valuable.
Gotcha.
But I still never heard of that game. So yeah, for anyone else, if you find those booklets, grab them. Just grab them. It doesn't matter if you like the game, never heard of the game, whatever, grab them, because someone wants it and will pay for it.
What about some like original Xbox instructions? Because I have like 5 or 6 of those left over from that era.
Yeah, I mean, obviously the Nintendo and Atari, like the older you get, the more it is, but
Right.
people absolutely want those complete.
Okay. Well, good deal. Now, Adam, I wanted to show another picture that you posted that you did not come home with from one of your local shops there. Tell us about this glorious piece of furniture.
Yes. So there's this fantastic thrift store that just has this huge cavernous space behind it. And in the past, I have found, another large, like TV that was just, a floor unit, big and wooden. But this one was next level, because not only did it have the TV in the middle of it, then on the one side of the console, it had a full on, record player ready to roll. And then, I mean, it's crazy to me, like, just to think of how important like all of that home entertainment system was. But like, this is like, 70s or 80s, this version, so it's a whole different concept at that point in time to see, in that just the wood panel and everything that was involved in that, and the stuff just pops up. So I went back today to that thrift store just to see if it was still there. It is. It's $75 is it. So I am trying to figure out, like, dear, I love, my birthday, but Christmas, something.
Yeah.
So we'll
You've
see.
got to go back and see if everything powers up, and
Yeah, bring an extension cord, plug it in. Yeah.
bring a record with you or something, and
Now,
because I wouldn't want to know.
what is on the right side? Is it storage for the records?
I think it's just storage. Yeah, because I've seen it before where they've had like a tape deck and stuff, but it didn't seem to be a tape deck in that one. Yeah.
Might have been the radio or something on that side
possibly.
too.
Oh, sure,
But
yeah.
I see those. I have never seen one like that has the TV, the music, and all in one like that. So that's what kind of jumped out at me. The TV is there, and then all your other audio you can burn on that. So,
I mean,
wow.
I'll guarantee you, late 70s, early 80s, whenever it came out, it was more than $75 then, for sure.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, yeah, it was hundreds probably.
Yeah.
I mean,
Not
just
even
rare.
adjusted for inflation, like whatever dollar amount was on it then was, still, you have to.
I saw one just this weekend that was, I think, $60, and it said does not power on. So like somebody tested it, and here, take a chance at it, But it was nice. It didn't have the TV, but it had an 8-track, a record, and the radio built into it with those glorious wood paneling and those felt, speakers covers in the front. just glorious. Back when all that stuff was furniture, you needed like a bottle of Pledge to keep it nice and great. So it just seems like it popped right out of a Sears wish book or something.
Yeah, I mean it's in fantastic condition, just like from the looks of it. So yeah, it's just a matter of the internal components. How are they holding up? So
all right, well, I think we have decided we're going to try to do a quicker version, or I don't know, maybe a more streamlined version of Thrift Store Horde this week. And instead of doing rounds and going 2 or 3, 4 rounds amongst all of us, we're gonna blow the whole load, man. We're gonna give you everything in one turn each. So we haven't really flipped a coin or I don't know, do they make a D3 dice in Dungeons and Dragons to see who goes first? But I can go first if you guys want me to.
sure, yeah. I guess it's whoever thinks they have the biggest score and we want to go out on top. That's the question.
Yeah, I don't know if I have the biggest score. I have some fun items though, outside of the norm, I guess, than I usually have. So let's start. I'm going to start with my VHS tapes here. I did find one for Adam, and these are the cut boxes and clamshells couldn't quite fit in the little display here. So we found New York, New York, which is a cut box rental, but it's of course Adam's favorite, CBS Fox. Liza Minnelli and Robert De Niro. And this was from National Video out of Aurora, Colorado. So there you go. Also found actually a DVD set, the Saturday Morning Cartoons 1970s version, volume 1. Had to pick that up. Scooby and Hong Kong Phooey, Yogi, the Jetsons, lots of great ones on there. And I think it's about 1 or 2 episodes each. And then I have, as I'm dropping stuff, I have a slipcover of this tape that I found at a thrift store, and it's the wrong tape inside. It's the wrong Scooby-Doo episode. But I found the clamshell. So there we go. Scooby-Doo meets Batman. Back from the Scooby-Doo movies era, 1976, I think was when that was released. Not the tape, but the actual episode. All right, now we got a couple sports. The Hidden NFL.
Ooh.
This was a Sports Illustrated tape, NFL Films. So I thought that was interesting. What is hidden? We'll find out. We've got Super Sunday, the history of the Super Bowl. NFL.
To what year? What year was that released?
88.
Oh,
So,
okay.
Super Bowl's up to 1988. Oh, and there we got Franco Harris on the back.
I would not have known who that was in a million years.
Well, as a Steelers fan, I know who that is. These movies, I will admit, I have never watched in full. And I just happened to be at a store where they had both, and I was like, let's do it. So there's Young Guns and Young Guns 2.
Awesome. Make you famous.
Yeah,
I'm sorry?
fun.
Emilio's famous line, I'll make you famous.
So I'm gonna watch some Young Guns. I'm not big into the westerns and stuff. This one was fun that I found. Luke Perry in Terminal Bliss.
Wow.
I immediately saw that. I'm not a huge 90210 fan or really Luke Perry fan, but I was like, this has got to be worth some money at least in resale.
Yeah.
But yeah, Terminal Bliss, and it's a canon movie. So yeah, I had no idea, know nothing about it.
I wonder if it was filmed before 90210 and they re-released it.
They could have. I'm going to save that one for last, actually. Found a copy of The Naked Gun, one of my favorite movies of all time, which I did not have on VHS. And this was another rare one that I had totally forgot about. Michael J. Fox and Nancy McKinnon in Poison Ivy.
What?
I have a pre-recorded VHS that has like a section of that movie on it. So that's crazy.
Yeah, I believe it was a made-for-TV movie.
Yeah.
Never even heard of it.
I had heard of it over the years. This was released by Good Times in 1992. So just that seeing them on the cover like that, I was like, oh gosh, I gotta pick that up and actually watch it. So that was
there was a VHS I rented called Poison Ivy in the early 90s, and that was not the same movie.
Yes, I'm sure. Okay, on to music. I have found a few things in the wild, but I did actually go on to shopgoodwill.com and bought about 60 cassettes, full albums. These are not my normal cassette singles, but I thought I'd show off a smattering of them, not all of them. So Journey's Greatest Hits and of course Frontiers on cassette. Adam, you'll enjoy this. Where's the other one? It's on the bottom. New Kids on the Block, Hanging Tough, and New Kids on the Block, Christmas.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Upside down, my bad. There we go. So those two were in the mix. And then, yeah, on the opposite ends of the spectrum, how about Ozzy and Ted Nugent?
Oh, that's cool. Those are awesome.
The Miami Vice soundtrack. We've got Van Halen. This is crazy. I don't know if this has ever happened to you guys. I bought this lot of like 60 cassettes, and I like to go through them. I like to pull out and see all the liner notes are there, because some of them, when you get the long liner notes, they have perforations and they tear off and you don't have the complete notes. Well, I found I had Madonna, and I looked in, and there was $2 inside, two $1 bills. So I got this one essentially for about free. Actually, two of these for free, because I got them for about $1 a piece. A couple by Tom Petty, Into the Great Wide Open, and Full Moon Fever, which I love. Tears for Fears, Songs from the Big Chair, their big album. Def Leppard and AC/DC. There you go. So those were some of them in that lot. Some that I found in the wild. The Big Chill soundtrack, which is a bunch of like 50s music. There's the Dirty Dancing soundtrack.
To go with my more Dirty Dancing tape I found.
And then this one is Mike Post television theme songs. So I have a Mike Post tape actually already. This was a different one, but this one has on it Hill Street Blues, Greatest American Hero, Magnum PI, Rockford Files. So I think this is one of his earlier ones where he released a lot of his themes that he did for television. And then a few 45 records. Heart's Barracuda. I found Don't Fear the Reaper by Blue Oyster Cult. And then the only picture sleeve that I found, Chic's Les Freaks.
Wow. Cool.
Now let's go on to some books before we get into the kind of odds and ends. The books that I found recently have been pretty good. Have you heard of this series? It is called well, it's My Teacher the Whatever. So my teacher is an alien. My teacher flunked the planet. My teacher fried my brains.
Yep.
So I had not read these before. I had not even remembered them really. But since there was 3 of them there, it's from the 90s, I think. Bruce Coville is the author of these.
Yeah, I never read them, but I always remembered those covers. They were unforgettable.
That was what was really fun. The covers were kind of popping out at me. So I picked that up. Here's a junior novelization, George of the Jungle. And then I love these square books. There's several here that I found. When Grover Moved to Sesame Street. We've got Beethoven, Counting Cats.
There was a cartoon, wasn't there?
There was, yeah. So apparently there was things beyond that. The image on this looks like pixelated. It's weird. I thought maybe it was fake or something.
Yeah, I had a Tom and Jerry book like that where it's like they did screen grabs for the book. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, the images in here are awful. Just screen grabs from the actual cartoon, but that was weird. Okay, and then Fozzie's Big Book of Side-Splitting Jokes.
Waka waka waka.
If
Yeah.
only there was someone that posted terrible dad jokes near daily and needs some sort of content.
Material.
So, yeah, so a book maybe from another great comedian that he could draw from.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, there's some good ones in here. I might just save these for Facebook so everybody can enjoy. So I got that. This one is from the early 90s. Let's see. Well, actually not. 1997. So right before the prequels came along, but it's a very large storybook of Star Wars. And you've got some nice screen grabs from A New Hope in there. This one I was really excited because, you know, a lot of us collect the comic strip books, and this is a very large hardback of the Family Circus.
Why? I might have that somewhere.
Came out in when did this come out? But what was even cooler, I don't know if they ordered this or let's see, 1998 was when that book came out. It came with a small poster too.
Oh.
And it says, thanks for ordering the Family Circus by request. Special wall hanging is our free gift to you. So somebody, I guess, mailed in and ordered it. And they had more available that you could get. So that was cool. And then these jumped out to me yesterday for 70 cents a piece. And jumped out to me because they're huge. I had not seen comics this size before. But there you go. There's JLA Secret Origins. These came out in the late 90s, I think. These, I guess they're like trades, but that was 2002.
Yeah,
But look
Alex
how big
Ross did these big, like, giant format books, and there was like one for Wonder Woman, one for Batman, one for Superman, you know, and yeah, that's
so JLA Secret Origins. I got more. So JLA Heaven's Ladder,
I don't know that one.
and the last one is, which kind of jumped out to me because it's a crossover, Superman Fantastic Four.
Ooh, that sells for like $70 right now on eBay. Yeah,
Really?
you got yourself a treasure right there.
Wow, at 70 cents. Don't know. All right, couple last little things here that are really fun. So I posted a picture over there on Slack and on Instagram. This little thrift store is kind of like America's Thrift Store, where they have little baggies of just random toys and stuff. And I always just kind of thumb through there, just maybe I'll find a G.I. Joe or something. Well, this time I found an original Bespin Luke action figure. I never find action figures, so finding this was like gold, man. Mm-hmm. And I'm like looking through the baggie. I'm trying to find the year on the back of the thigh here, you know, in 1980. I was like, oh yeah, that's vintage. And then in another bag, I found some vintage Smurf figures. One which is orange.
Yeah, who is that?
I have no idea, and I haven't done the research to figure that out. But yeah, so orange with a red hat, and then you've got one guy playing poker here, playing cards, and then another one swimming. So I love finding those little PVC figures. And then two more things. You guys remember these? Finding this in the package, I thought was just rare. This is one of the old gliders.
Oh yeah.
Put together. It's kind of that foam, you know, the foamy kind of wood well, some of them are wood, but this one is like styrofoam. Because I do remember picking these up, and I found that for $1. I was like, yeah, I might have to actually keep that in the package. It might be worth something. And then finally, Adam found one not too long ago. And this was sitting right out at Goodwill, $5, right on the counter. They put out like just whatever newer stuff sometimes right on the counter there where you check out. Found a Polaroid.
Oh,
There we go. I was
fantastic.
I have not got the film yet because I do want to try it out and have a little fun with it before I might hawk it on eBay. But it's not a real coveted model. It was only $20 when it came out, and they go for maybe 30, 40 in good condition, on eBay. But I don't know, just this was a model that from what I was researching, it came out in the 80s, but they continued to make it up through the 90s. So it had quite a shelf life, but just the silver I thought was cool with the black, and you get that wonderful logo. It was in great shape. I got it for $5. So that was my big find. I think that's it. My big find from this last little bit was finding the Polaroid. So
That's awesome. Wow.
All right, so I have finished. Who wants to go next?
I don't have anything I feel is like a showstopper here. So
Okay.
I think Adam will. All right.
All right, Kevin.
Okay. At work we have I don't know anymore, but we had this whole series of like a post-apocalypse sort of pulpy sci-fi series. And it's all written by the same person, even though there's 50 books in it. It's all by the same person, of course. So he did one series called Deathlands, and then he did Outlanders, but it's all like different parts of the world in this post-apocalypse thing. And I was at a big library book sale a couple weeks ago, and a whole shelf had like all I just grabbed the whole shelf and put it in my so they're pretty cool though. I want to definitely check it out. But Deathlands, Atlantis, Reprise. And I don't know if there's an order, or if it's just like pick it up and read it and set it aside. Apocalypse Unborn. And then we get into the Outlander series with Dragon Eye, Death Cry, Shadowbox. Yes, this totally looks like a Kevin thing. Serpent's Tooth, Purgatory Road, Destiny Run, Outer Darkness, and Night Eternal.
So what era, Kevin? Like 90s?
I think 90s. Here, I'll just grab a random one here. 99 for this one.
Yeah,
but I mean, one person, it's probably only one a year for one person to write all these. Yeah, so right. I'm sure it extends. All right. The books are oversized, so they're on the floor. Okay, I found this, which in theory will be future articles. Advertising in America, the first 200 years.
Ooh.
Yeah, just a history of like magazine ads, all sorts of things.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I'm like, I will definitely find random content and stuff in here. So I was excited for that one. How do I want to do this? All right, this looked interesting. It's more recent, but it's just the guy telling stories of his childhood, but like the back cover is, classic comic ad style.
Huh.
And it's all just like silly pictures and things he remembers from his childhood. He'd be a little bit older than us, but I was like, this still looks pretty fun. So I think that was 50 cents. And then random comics today, which usually do not happen. So I was very excited for it. So we got, this is Tales of the Teen Titans starring Changeling.
I had that back in the day.
Yeah, it looks awesome, and my kid loves Teen Titans now. So superhero stamp album. I have no idea.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
So I'm guessing Post Office gave it out. Red Menace from Wildstorm. I have no clue what this one is. Supergirl first electrifying issue.
Cool.
I'll look up who wrote it later. Reprinting Wonder Woman's first appearance there as a DC, what is it, Millennium reprint. Spider-Woman.
Ooh, Julia Carpenter, Spider-Woman. All right.
Yep, another one was in there.
I have that issue.
Oh, I just grabbed all of these. I was like, oh, screw it. They're just coming home with me. Random old Wonder Woman, like a 30-cent cover on it and all. I have no clue. Random old Roadrunner, which I do actually love these old, cartoon ones.
Yeah. I do see those from time to time.
Teen Titans Spotlight on Starfire. And a random issue 7 of George Perez's run on Wonder Woman.
Cool.
Nice.
So, yeah, that just all appeared in front of me. Mr. Men and Lil Miss Picture Dictionary.
Wow. Nice.
It was jammed in with the kid stuff. So like usually I'll overlook a lot of those, but with the Sweet Pickles and stuff lately, I've been looking at them more. So yeah, it's a dictionary.
That's like it's like an actual dictionary,
It's
but
a
with
kids
the
dictionary with
nice.
the characters mixed in there.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I don't know what I'll do with it, but I had to grab this.
Yeah.
It looks so cool.
For preservation.
Yeah. For archiving. All right. Then I had 0 VHS until 24 hours ago. And the skies opened up and the heavens looked upon me. All right. So first off, if you know your Metallica 1, I found Johnny Got His Gun.
Whoa.
And it's a media release. So I was very happy to find that.
Yeah.
This is when we're going to know who watches the show, because if Will West watches, he will contact me within moments of watching the video, because I found S Club 7 in Miami, Volume 1.
Wow.
And Volume 2.
Oh, wow.
Now, it's not California Dreams, but I know it's something that he still enjoys. I'll be curious. What order? So sometimes it's all kismet. We don't discuss this stuff beforehand, but sometimes things line up. Jason had the cassette, but I have the VHS.
There we go.
New Kids Hanging Tough.
That is a great concert, man. I love that concert.
Is this the concert? Or is this is the videos? I think.
Yeah. No, that one's the videos. I thought that was the concert video. Okay.
Behind the scenes it's everything.
Yeah.
Behind the scenes stuff, and then 4 Smash videos. Speaking of Smash videos, though, and this is totally a Kevin thing to find. The music video collection for one, Samantha Fox.
Oh my gosh. Oh wow.
Yep. Naughty Girls Need Love too. I Want to Have Some Fun. All of her hits.
Wow.
Known mostly for her posters, more so than
This is true.
no. This I believe is like the 1960s version. Yeah, it's definitely. But a lot of these were re-released when like X-Men came out and all. But we have the Fantastic Four cartoon, The Menace of Magneto.
Cool.
I'm pretty sure this is
covered.
Oh yeah. So I'm pretty sure it's the old 60s ones. It's that Marvel video, which the comics was sort of that like not cursive but connected thing. So it's definitely early 90s, around when probably X-Men and Spider-Man, and let's just repackage stuff and make it look newer. I'll do that one. Yeah, I'll do this one first. I know DVDs are a little newer for us and not quite retro, but I had to grab Twisted Sister, The Video Years.
Oh, nice.
So we have the 1982 television performance that started it all. Twisted Videos, which is all the videos you would expect, and then Twisted Live. 131 minutes of Dee Snider and company.
Wow.
So I'll just put this on background one night. And I only got 3 tapes left, and then that's it. But I was very excited for it. So I didn't realize that these were all kind of themed when they came out, because I have Alice Cooper video trash.
Wow.
Oh, I'm super excited for this. Let's see. House of Fire, Poison, Bed of Nails. But then I guess trash is a theme because we have Alice Cooper trashes the world. So this one, filmed in Birmingham, England, all the hits, $1 Billion Babies, 18, No More Mr. Nice Guy, Welcome to My Nightmare. Like, this is just a night, 90 minutes. So I'll just have an Alice Cooper concert night. Super excited for that one.
We're not worthy. We're not worthy.
Random thought today. I realize I've never watched Wayne's World 2. I don't know how.
What?
I know.
Seen it once. I've seen it once in the theater, and that was it.
I need to just see if it's on any streaming platform and do it. But randomly today, I realize I've never seen it. Adam, I know for Wizards, we're into much further along for Image, but a lot of the merchandising and stuff has happened, and we've had this Savage Dragon cartoon, the Wildcats cartoon. Do you remember finding out there's going to be a Max cartoon?
Oh, yes.
And you sat down that night to watch MTV Oddities, and you were so excited about it. And the Max cartoon was not what played that first night, was it?
No.
It was not. And you hated it, and you were so mad, and you really were mad at that show. But then after you got over your anger, you're like, well, let me watch this show. And it wasn't that bad. So I'm hoping I can get that feeling back because I found The Head.
That is awesome. Yes. Oh, The Head. I love it.
I'm so excited to watch this again. Because I mean, yeah, MTV Oddities starring the Max and The Head, and we all thought it was going to be like 15 minutes each or something like that, and we were getting both shows. No, we got The Head, and they said coming soon, the Max. I didn't sit through this for this. I sat through it for the Max, but then it's like, well, The Head was actually kind of like weird, and this is pre-Adult Swim. I think Liquid TV was already a thing, but this was MTV doing super experimental, and MTV still mattered and still was something.
Yeah.
So I'm super. It's an hour and 50 minutes, which I have to imagine is the whole series.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. There weren't very many episodes, so that's cool.
Yeah, and like I said, 24 hours ago, I had 0 VHS, and this all just fell to me recently. I'm so excited for it.
You were due. Yeah, that's great.
It's clean too.
Ooh.
Oh, there's nothing worse than finding a VHS and there's mold everywhere.
You're right. I passed on a couple this past weekend that was like, this is cool, but I see mold.
Yep.
Sorry.
Yep, we gotta toss it. I found the Spider-Man live action show on VHS, and it was more white than black. There was so much mold on it.
Wow. Oh yeah, at RetroCon when I went last time, I was so excited because I found that tape and then it was all moldy inside. The guy's like, I'll give it to you for $1 if you want the cover. I was like, nah. So yeah. All right. Cool. Well, so many choices. Where are we going to go here? Let me I'll start with VHS here. It doesn't compete with your finds in any way, but I'm very excited. First off, why not find a block of VHS still sealed? That's the way to go. According to Kevin, these things sell, especially color tape. So haven't tried actually yet to sell any of my blank VHS tapes that are sealed. Found one CBS Fox for myself, and that was Peyton Place, some old-timey movie, but I'm a completionist with the with the CBS Fox. So not rated? That was the one thing I thought was weird. Not rated. Like, ooh. Get a little crazy. European edition or something. Also, how about Oliver? Please, sir, can I have some more? So we'll go with that. This is a movie I have bought too many times, Murphy's Romance. Every time I buy it, there's something wrong with the tape or the box is slightly chewed up or whatever. So mostly happy with this one. I think the other tape I have has a label. This doesn't. But either way, when I bought this, actually, the gal who checked me out, she's like, oh, Murphy's Romance. That's a good one. Like in her 50s. I'm like, I'm sure.
You need tips at the thrift store now instead of Blockbuster. Yeah.
This next one is another one I already have, but the box was so beautiful and shiny, I had to grab another copy, and that's Starman.
Oh yeah.
Starman, but it's just in wonderful condition. And then last on the RCA Columbia, the special edition of Close Encounters of the Third Kind. So it's beautiful looking. Again, just wonderful shape. I was so excited. Then I did find one sealed VHS, Bad Boys 2. So there we go.
Nice.
Look at Martin Lawrence and Will Smith looking dangerous. I did find some DVDs as well. I had to pick this up because recently we did our Ernest Goes to Camp podcast earlier this year. So I had to get my copy of Ernest Saves Christmas. So
Yep.
but also to go along with your Alice Cooper and your Samantha Fox here, I got Megadeth.
Right.
Yeah. Arsenal of Megadeth. So it's got all these music videos and live performances and stuff. So this is cool. I was excited to get this because I've always wanted to understand more. Like my cousin was super into Megadeth, like in the late 80s and 90s. So but this band I know a little bit more about, and that is Motley Crue. Greatest hits.
Nice.
Video hits. Yeah, so this is fun. It's weird though, because like they're out of order in terms, like, 'cause I already watched this because I was so excited to see it. But like the videos are like way out of order, like chronologically. So it's just like, I like their early stuff where they're all painted up and it looks like the 70s still. Like it's really low budget music videos, but it looks cool. It's all like flaming pentagrams and stuff in the videos. Like it's wild. But my big DVD find, okay, was this set of Erie, Indiana, the complete series.
Nice.
It's out of print. I think it was streaming on Amazon at one point. I don't know if it still is, but I looked. I got this for $5. It's selling for 50 right now.
Yeah, that's a steal.
Yeah.
Wow.
So super excited about that. Plus, I got that door hanger I showed off a couple months back. So I'm going to include that when I list this. So just be like, hey, you get a bonus.
Nice.
And all right, let's get into some books here. First up here, I grabbed this Disney's Action Club. Okay. What caught my eye about this, because I was like, oh, it's just some comics. And I thought maybe it was a collection from like a Disney Adventures magazine or something. Because if you look inside, it's just kind of that standard comic. But then I looked here, and inside it was from Acclaim Comics, or is that right there? So Acclaim Comics at this time, they had bought out Valiant, and this was produced by their comics division. So a name that Kevin knows very well, Fabian Nicieza, is in here. Jackson Geiss draws a story in here that's a Buzz Lightyear story. So like it's got like actual like known artists doing their work there. So that was cool. This one I picked up just because it was nostalgic for me. I loved, An American Tale. So the McDonald's book, I'm going to put it with my stuffed Fievel doll so he could just be reading it.
I think I've got all of those. Actually,
the whole set, huh?
Yeah.
This is another one. I can't remember if you got me this one earlier, Jason, already, but you got me one of the Dick Tracy storybooks, and I was like, oh, do I have it? Do I not have it? I'll grab it anyway. I had it, but it's fine. This was a weird one, though. Baby's Day Out, the movie storybook by John Hughes. Yeah. So that was funny.
Wow.
Space Jam.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, any Muppet Babies, I'm going to buy it. So it got me some Muppet Babies, Beans, Boo Boo. I have a lot of this series of books, and also a weird series where they're all in junior high. They're all like middle schoolers. It's really odd. The Muppet Babies storybook continuity is its own world. This was super cool, though. I got the Goosebumps audiobook of The Haunted Mask 2. Okay. And it tells you here it's 60 minutes long. It's a full audio production with sound effects and music.
Nice.
And it's sealed.
Oh,
okay.
Nice. Wow.
Yeah. So a little late for Halloween, but I was just like, well, I love an audio drama in general. So but this was just in the audiobook section. I'm always looking there now, hoping to find a beta of Star Trek, Star Trek 3.
Planted that seed, didn't I? Yeah.
Yeah. Last one here for books. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles sound story, Invasion of the Robobugs. Guys, it still works.
no.
It has a lot of strange
and
sound effects.
that's back in the day, vintage.
Yeah, this is 1990.
Wow.
This also sells for around $40 to $50 right now on eBay.
Wow.
So I don't know if I'm going to be able to sell it because my 4-year-old who picked it out loves it so much. So
But
as
to
he
have it
grows up,
working, that's insane.
No.
and the pages are in great shape. You know, I got to show you this though. They just had my favorite thing. I've said it often is like the off model, like designs. And just look at the turtles. Look at Splinter. I mean, it's some funny stuff in there. There's a little closer shot of the turtles, so it's super off. But I love it. And yeah, so that was like a big find. Like the fact that it worked, I was just like, I can't believe the batteries are still powering this thing. On to some music here. An album I just have never listened to. I've heard the songs on the radio, obviously, but you know, Goodbye Yellow Brick Road was big. I didn't realize how many hits were on this album. I was just like, oh,
many, yeah.
I didn't grab CDs today. I mean, I've got CDs recently, but I'm like, it's not really anything big. But I did grab an Elton John Greatest Hits because Goodbye Yellow Brick Road is in it. Because there's a wrestler that comes out to it now, and it's in the Ant-Man and Wasp Quantumania trailer. So it's been in my head for the last month. It's funny that we both on Yellow Brick Road here, Adam.
Speaking of another song you couldn't escape on the radio, The Sign, Ace of Base, their full album. I've never listened to the whole album, so that's why I'm curious to find out after the 2 or 3 radio hits what else is there. This was the big one that I've heard the song for years. I want to understand what he has to offer. Bobby McFerrin, Simple Pleasures. Okay. But the white case, look at that. Look how bright that is. This album is ridiculous. It's all covers in his weird, like breathy acapella. It's like a, you know, Good Lovin'. It's got one of the other songs. Yeah. Sunshine of Your Love, Drive My Car. Like it is so weird. Like, so I was just like, this is a moment in time, a Bobby McFerrin album, you know.
There's a local radio station that still plays Don't Worry, Be Happy on a regular basis. And I just want to rip my stereo out every time I hear it.
I mean, I always just think of the music video and Robin Williams makes me happy. So I will not worry and be happy. Did find a little vinyl, some Dire Straits.
Oh, that's a great album. Yeah.
So it was in really great shape, this one. So I had to grab that. There were a whole bunch of like soul and R&B records from like the 80s. And I just didn't know the artist well enough, except for like Sister Sledge. And there was like one Diana Ross record, but I was like, I don't know, you know, where these fall. But I did pick up Lollywinks.
What?
Lollywinks. This is a bizarre thing. There are actually 2 Lollywinks albums when I looked this up online. And it is just bizarre. Like, obviously, they were trying to get something started like the Smurfs. It's got all the lyrics in there. It was supposed to come with a poster, it claims, on the front, but this doesn't have the poster. But this was just so bizarre. I was like, I've got to understand what this is about.
Never heard of it.
I don't know if I can understand the mind behind it. Check this one out, though. In music, but not something I can listen to, something I have to play. The guitar tabs for More Than Words by Extreme.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
That's really cool. But on the back is pretty awesome too, because look at, you know, you got stuff for, I wish I could find that Warren album somewhere. That'd be awesome.
There's Full Moon Fever.
Yep. The way you're showing that off. Yep. So Winger. All right. So anyway, that was fun. I was just thinking like finally break out my all right, let's get into some toys here as we close out. So this one I bought just because, like, the fact that I found it and wishing it was in good condition, but I was just like, I'm gonna buy it just out of principle. But a foot cruiser from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So, you know, the vintage, but I mean, obviously it's super beat up, as you can see. It doesn't have like, it's got one antenna, it's got missing the trunk, you know, it's like it's in rough shape. You know, it cost me $2, but I'm thinking I might like customize it and let my youngest play with it because he's always looking for new vehicles, you know. So but it's just great that it existed still and I could pick it up. The other one here, I've been on my puzzles lately, but this is one which I knew would sell because Muppet fans are crazy. I'm Muppet Babies. I don't like the Muppet Show as much or the Muppet movies. I'm just Muppet Babies. But but still, I know people love this out there. It's complete. And yeah, this sells for around $30 or so complete. So that was cool. But I mean, it's a great image. Just that's perfect for framing, just the size of it. But what I thought was interesting was I didn't know like the branding of Jim Henson's Muppets, that was like the official branding title back in the day. That just kind of stood out to me. The last one here is for Kevin. This was one where there were actually two of these. I left one behind so that somebody else could have the same joy of discovering it. Okay, but this is just sitting up there on a peg. WCW NWO thumb wrestling.
Oh my gosh.
What is amazing about this, 15 realistic wrestling sounds, the real wrestlers' voices, and you have Michael Buffer's Let's Get Ready to Rumble. How much should they have to pay him to put that in their toy?
Oh, he got at least $1 from every toy.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's crazy. And if you look at the picture here of the kids, so what you do is each one of you holds the handle, and then you put your thumb there, and then there's a little pad inside. And when the thumb goes down, then that's the end of the match. I'm sure there's sound effects and things like that. But you got DDP and Sting on the back. I mean, this is from Toy Biz. And this is the part I don't understand, why it has a Marvel Comics logo.
Marvel owned Toy Biz then.
Well, I guess so. But like, I don't know. I guess I didn't associate like that they would put that on every toy. I thought it would just be the Toy Biz logo.
And Marvel was doing a WCW comic too.
Oh, okay. Because I remember the old one back in the day. I didn't know they were doing one at that time. So
maybe doesn't line up. That's my best guess. It's also WCW, so who knows what failed. Is Hulk okay? If Hulk Hogan is one of them, that could be it.
That's gotta be it, yeah.
Because Marvel still had the rights to the Hulk name, and he hadn't bought the Hulk Hogan name out from them and done that deal yet, maybe.
All right. Well, man, some great stuff again. Yeah. That was sealed in the package there, wasn't it?
Yep. The funny thing is, you can see like it actually has here where it says it was like $9 at Walmart, and then it was like $2 at Walmart. And, yeah, so it's just funny. It didn't hold its value there, at least.
Much like the company itself, didn't it?
Well, sure, yeah. Guess it was about due that era ending. Not too long after that. But all right, well, that was it. Would love to get you guys to leave some feedback here on YouTube. Maybe some things you saw that you connected with, or just give us feedback in general. But we're looking for pictures. If you guys want to reach out to us on like Twitter, we're all out on Twitter at RD80s, at Hoju Coolander, at Mask Library, and shoot us a picture, tag us in it, and we'll get it up and we'll react to it on the next video. But we're looking for more Horde members as we continue this series. This has been fun, and we're getting close to Christmas now. So I don't know. I might have to, kind of scavenge through all the Christmas stuff, see if we can find some vintage. Maybe that's our homework. We've never done homework before trying to find specific things, but maybe we can find a couple Christmas items for our December video. How about that?
I'm hoping. Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're going to let you guys go for now. Jason here, of course, Kevin and Adam. And make sure you are subscribed to TRN TV. Like the video. Like we said, leave a comment. Let us know what you saw that you were covetous that we found at the thrift store, and show us your stuff. So till next time, we will see you guys later.